Hello there, everyone. It's Flirts Lover here. Um, I'm just wanting to um, tell you all that I will be continuing with my videos, although they are going to be very slow paced. Due to being so busy with study and also being busy with typing up all my stories and stuff on Wattpad, which I all suggest you at least take a look at that um, writing site. It's good for people that are wanting to do their own stories, fan fictions, anything really other than, well, manga and stuff. And even then, you can actually do that. Just you have to put it in a book format kind of thing. It's kind of confusing in a way, but it's still fairly fun to do. I'm using a new camera as well. It's my Samsung Galaxy S6, which I believe I've used beforehand, but I do not know. I'm still going to do video game stuff, like basically mostly talking about uh, the games at hand. Um, I will be getting Pokemon Moon. I've got it currently on pre-order, which is pretty good actually. Um, I'm kind of undecided on my which starter I'm going to choose still because I have um I'm wanting to choose between Poplio or Rowlet. I can't pick between either of them because both of them are my favorites at this point. I don't like Litten. I'm If they had have chosen something better for the fire type starter, maybe I'd consider it more, but it's kind of like Tepig from Generation 5. Now, out of the Gen 5 starters, Oshawott was cute, Snivy just looked royal, which was pretty cool to me. And then you get Fire Bacon, basically. And Gen 6 fixed it with at least a better fire type starter with Fennekin. Although I still pick Chespin because I like Chespin. Chestnut's so cool, anyways. Um, and bulky, in my opinion, at least. Um, and then you get Gen 7, which, okay, so water seal clown thing, which is Poplio, and cute, interesting. I like its design. Its middle stage evolution's interesting. The fact it wears a dress is a little weird, but like still pretty cool. I really do enjoy it. Sorry, my camera is a bit fiddly. Um, and then you get Rowlet, which is pretty swish, pretty swish. With that grass bar tie and all, and then you get its next stage evolution with, which just like me has, um, long fringe. Yes, I have a long fringe. It's really annoying, but yeah. Sorry, just had to get something away from the camera. Um, and then you get Litten, a fire cat. And it's basically like, okay, so we have a fire cat. We couldn't come up with anything more creative. And mind you, it's just a normal fire type as well. If it had a, it have, if it had have had a secondary typing of like fire dark, it would be kind of like a cat version of Houndour, Houndour, which to me would be pretty cool. Like basically something to oppose Houndour and Firecat. You could have taken that so many ways. You could have at least had it like base design as a cat, but at the same time like made it at least a bit more creative. Um, because it's just a freaking cat. It's that simple. Like, okay, yes, an owl and a seal are also simple. At the same time, it's pretty creative in like design elements. At least they don't look like normal seals and normal owls. Because Poplio looks pretty damn cute. Most seals to me don't look cute, but that I would have a Poplio in a heartbeat. which is kind of weird considering I rarely pick the water type starter anyways because they never really look that interesting. Like Squirtle, turtle, squirrel thing, not really interesting. Blastoise, the fact it gets cannons kind of makes it all the worthwhile, but still. And then you get Gen 2 had Totodile. Okay, yeah, Totodile was pretty cool. The fact it would bite things the way it did. Gen 3 Mudkip. Am I the only one that was on the bandwagon that made it seem like Mudkip just didn't look cute at all? Must be only me, but seriously, Mudkip to me just didn't look cute at all. And then you get Gen 4 with Piplup, which I did pick that starter originally, mostly due to the anime, and then after that I started picking Chimchar a lot more. But I haven't played through Gen 4 in ages, so... Gen 5, Oshawott. Oshawott was pretty cool, actually. But, like, still, the rate it was going, water-type starters really weren't going to be my favorite thing. And they still aren't. My favorite starters... Well, really it doesn't... It depends on design, more or less. Like, I find it more interesting if they have a better, more intriguing design to them. I'm more likely to pick them. Like, with Gen 1, okay, granted I played Yellow, so I didn't really get a choice there. But when I played through, what was it now? Fire Red, yeah. Fire Red on an emulator, I picked Bulbasaur first. Because, well, Bulbasaur just seemed more interesting. I mean, Charmander, not really too interesting to me, and also the fact that it could get beaten fairly easily at the first gym kind of made it a bit of a downer there. Squirtle, as I said, it just didn't appeal to me, so I was like, Bulbasaur, probably the best choice here. I really like Bulbasaur because it's, well, if you plus in Rowlet, it's the only other grass type starter that originated with dual typing, I think it is, which is grass poison type. Gen 2, when I got Pokemon Silver, I picked Cyndaquil first because, well, I'd played Mystery Dungeon before and I really liked using Cyndaquil in that as like a partner or something. So I was like, okay, just go with Cyndaquil in this. I avoided using Chikorita because just no. Even Totodile was more appealing than Chikorita. At least in my books. I'm not trying to be mean or anything or be mean-spirited, but I'm just saying these are my choices. Generation 3, I believe I picked Trico first, mostly due to the anime. More or less because at that time that was actually my first Pokemon game I ever played, was Emerald. And that was when I was 7, I believe. I was 7 when I played it. But yeah, that was way back when. And I picked Trico first up. I would have picked Torchic, but I wasn't that interested in... Well, I think I was. I don't remember, but I remember I preferred Trico just because of its design. But back then I was a kid, I really didn't look at stats that much, and I still don't. But, and then when I got Pokemon Pearl, I picked Piplup first, because Piplup to me just seemed, well, cuter. It's a penguin. And, you know, it's not a crazy looking Santa bird. Mind you, Delibird actually is one of my favorite Pokemon. Mostly due to the fact of its design being so damn cute. Anyways, moving on. After I played through Gen 4, I played through Gen 5, and I believe I started in Gen 5 with Snivy, because to me just Snivy looked so much cooler. I don't think I ever used Tepig, and if I did, it was probably in a Nuzlocke and it died almost straight away. Um, and then in Gen 6, I started with Fennekin. Again, mostly due to the anime and also Firefox. So you can kind of see I mostly base my choices on appearance more than anything else, but I learned with Pokemon Y that that's not actually a good idea because after that I never wanted to use Froakie more or less because I found it a bit over popular to use Froakie, lack of a better word, because like nearly everyone seems to like Greninja, and Ash's Greninja. Do I really need to explain why Greninja just no? I'm about done with it. So I'm like, okay, not interested in Froakie. Um, Fennekin I've used before. I want to see what Chespin's like. Used Chespin, really enjoyed it. Quilladin, surprisingly, I actually don't mind its middle level. I don't mind Quilladin. Looks a bit like a beach ball with spikes sticking out of it, but what can you do? It's still kind of cool. Well, cute. I don't know. And then you get Chestnut, which is just so awesome looking. And I did a drawing of it, mind you, which I may or may not show you. But, um, anyways, that's like my Gen 7 pick is between Rowlet and Popplio because I'm not interested in Litten. And another thing is I may or may not, when I play Pokemon Moon, I'll hopefully I'll be able to use hopefully we'll be able to catch Type Null in the wild. If we can, I'll be happy because its evolution, just the fact that it gets this an ability very similar to Arceus or Arceus, it really depends on your pronunciation. Um, that's just to me so cool because whilst that whole plate thing was supposed to be unique just to Arceus, it seems like it really shouldn't have been anyways. Like an ability like that, I mean, type null, it kind of points to an obvious of, well, clearly there's something there. It's a chimera-like creature, so meaning it must have been created in a lab. So hint hint Mewtwo kind of thing right there, except it's not really a clone, it's probably a cyborg thing, or more like how they did with Genesect. And then when it evolves, it basically can change its type depending on I think it's very similar to Arceus in the fact that it needs the plates to have the different typings. But yeah, to me, it makes sense. But anyways, just I will come out with new content. Just please, please, please be more patient. Um, because I'm going to try and start doing more videos, but uploading them will take time and stuff like that, and I use TAFE Wi-Fi, so yeah. And also, I've been looking for a new place to go recently. Not really having too much fun doing that. But yeah. So, see you later, Floats of Lovers. Bye.